What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we're taking a look at the Bitcoin price on the 1 hourly. We'll be zooming into the 15-minute chart also. I'm going to show you why this level is very huge support. Is this the moment that we're going to start losing momentum to the upside and finally have a crash back down here to the lows that we did create in September below $18,500? Or are we going to manage to hold this range and have a pretty nice leg up, guys, in the next coming days? This is something that I want to analyze in today's episode, and we also take a look at the 15-minute time frame, and I'm going to show you why there was a pretty nice scalping opportunity at this range. So make sure to stay tuned in this episode. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily TA on Bitcoin crypto, and I also do live streams to connect with the community. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything that I say, and if you do so, do your own research. And let's dive in here straight into the Bitcoin price here on the 1 hourly chart, guys. We did know that we did have this major drop yesterday. We did have some important news coming out. Of course, the unemployment rate was lower than expected. We did get that volatility to the downside, and also when the New York session was open, of course, we did have that rest of the drop. S&P 500 getting absolutely crushed to the downside yesterday. Now, what is happening is that we are sitting at a major support level. If we do lose this critical support range, it is very, very likely that we're going to come down and test here below $18,500 range. This is the lows from September. As you can see, it is likely to come down and test this level. You might ask yourself why. Well, as you can see, we are kind of trending up now for the last few weeks. We are creating slightly higher highs and slightly higher lows. Some people might think that this does look like a kind of a bearish flag and we are going to break down finally and test the lows here. It is very, very possible, I'm not going to lie. So let me just show you here with a couple of uptrends. As you can see, we are creating higher lows. Okay, if I do take this low and this higher low over here, this is the one that is actually getting supported right now at this moment, as you can see. So it's very, very important to hold this uptrend line and also this range where we are consolidating. We talked about the $19,500 level that did have a lot of volatility, but as support and as resistance many times. We did get massive pump and dump scenario here. This is when we did have also news event. This is just a bunch of noise, but it's a very, very respected level. Also a major daily level here from the 28th, 29th of September. Okay, a lot of candle closes and opens, as you can see, at that range, managing to hold here by a thread. We are also hitting the 618 Fibonacci level from this ultimate low level here, the local low to the upside. We are also hitting that 618 range here, holding by a thread. We got the uptrend support trend line. So this level is potentially going to hold for a potential bounce here to this 19,800, 19,900. This is where we do have this big, massive support level that will be resistance very, very likely. I did have a lot of people asking me that they were shorting here at the $20,300 range, and they did take a look at this as a double top. Good on you, all of those people that did manage to short here. The speculation here of a double top because of this exhaustion. As you can see, the strong support trend line is right over here from this potential double top. This level has been very much respected, the $19,900 range. So if we do get that box from the low range here that has been respected many times as bounces, the double top projected move is something like this, right? Meeting the target from the breakout zone neckline, as you can see, to perfection. Question is this level going to hold? For the moment, we are getting a reaction. For the moment, we're getting a consolidation. So we need to think that that bounce here in the short term is very, very possible, at least to the 19.8, 19.9K range, as you can see on the chart. It would make sense here to come up all the way to this level. Question is, will there be enough steam to continue up after hitting this resistance? Because it might just create a lower high and finally break here this support trend line, this very supportive level of 19.4, 19.5K, where we currently are at this level. And if we do see that break down from this higher low range over here, it's likely that the continuation will be to the downside to at least test the lows, in the next coming days. This is just very likely. This is kind of our last support level for this small little uptrend that we have been creating here for the last few weeks. If we start breaking here this higher low structure and this big support level, it is just very likely we're going to still continue to the downside and we'll be looking for some aggressive short positions. Now, on this consolidation, it does look like that we are getting supportive, not only because of this resistance zone and support level that has been massive, resistance and support. It is also hitting the 618 fib level from this pump, and we also hitting 50% Fibonacci from the ultimate low here on September. As you can see, this was the 22nd of September to the highs that we have been creating here the last few days. As you can see, we have touched the 50% Fibonacci retracement at 19,275 to the exact dollar right over there, guys. If we take a look at Fibonacci, the ultimate low level here on the 22nd of September to the local high here at $20,460 approximately, we just tapped that 50% Fibonacci yesterday, as you can see, getting that bounce. So we also got 50% fib level. We got 618 from this low to the high. We got big support from the higher low support trend line. There is a high possibility of getting that bounce, guys, also before we might continue to the downside, because we want to check out here how we are going to react also at the 19,800, 19,900, depending on how we react at this major support turning into resistance. It is likely going to get exhausted. If we start trading sideways, hitting that level, it is very likely to be a lower high, guys. So we need to pay close attention to these levels to finally pull the trigger so we can get into that trading opportunity. Not much I can say about this scenario now here, looking at the higher time frames. Remember, for all of those experienced traders, the platforms that I use for trading is Bybit and PrimexBT. Bybit for crypto because they have insanely low fees. You get up to $4,380 if you use my link down below and claim the bonus at the rewards hub. On PrimexBT, up to $7,000, you basically get 7% added to your deposit with Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code. Here is where you can trade Forex, traditional stocks, oil, gold, natural gas, you name it. You have an insane bonus here, and you are using cryptocurrency as collateral such as Bitcoin, USDT, or Ethereum. If we take a look at the lower time frames, I want to show you a major trading opportunity that there was here. You can actually take a look at it on the 1 hourly, on the 15 minute, but volume, guys. Volume is very important for our trading opportunities. As you know, yesterday we did have this big major drop with a huge amount of volume. So we finally got a consolidation at this exact level, the 19,600 range, 19,500, 600 range, as you can see right over here. So we got that second drop after this consolidation. We like this nice breakdowns with volume because it gives us opportunity if we retrace to the first volume candle range. Okay, as you can see, this level was acting as support as we were talking yesterday on the live stream. What happened is that we did get a breakdown solidly. We wanted a test of the lows. If we were to test the lows and come back up, then of course it might have been a good longing scenario. But we can see we did have that breakdown with pretty large volume, as you can see, compared to the consolidation volume. What does this mean? Of course, we've talked this many times. If we do retrace back up to the first volume move to the downside, it is likely to react as resistance and will be coming down to test the 618 level or the lows. Okay, so that of course was a nice short opportunity. You did have some time. This one was actually a better moment to get into that short. I did not short this. It was very early this morning here, Central European time, so I didn't manage to get into that short, but I would have got into this small little day trade here. Of course, what we want to see is exhaustion. Exhaustion is better. This is a riskier short position. You can already get into this short, but of course, better right over here once you see this second attempt up and then a consolidation. Then you know that price is getting exhausted with the next attempts, so you can have more probability in that short scenario. So where did we come down to? You can see right over here, if I take a look at fib level from the lows to the highs, we actually hit to the exact dollar, that 618 Fibonacci retracement, which is always a take profit one for us, just in case we do manage to get supported from the 618 and get higher levels taken. Okay, take profit one and always protect position if you are shorting this level. Just when I'm zooming in here, you can clearly see how this huge big candle with high volume, after this second volume breakout, we come all the way up to test the first candlestick here with very low volume. So you have that probability in having that correction at least to the 618 fib level from that retracement, guys. This is a very, very successful trading strategy that we have been talking for many months now here on the channel. So right now at this moment, are we going to come down and test the lows? There is a high possibility, guys. There's a high possibility that we might even come and test the lows, might get exhausted and finally test the lows here with very high volume where we do have here. So test the lows to see if we are going to manage to break down. And I am very much interested, not in shorting right now at this moment, okay? There are some day trade scalp scenarios like the one I just explained. You get in and you get out, you protect position. But on this consolidation, I think there's a high possibility, like I just showed you on the higher time frame, that this range is very strong support. And we could get a pretty large bounce, okay, before we continue to the downside, guys. So there's many trading scenarios. We need to wait for those exhaustions, have tight stop losses, have good risk management, guys, like we always say on the channel. And this is going to be it for this episode. Not much to say. It's the weekend. We might see a lot of choppy action at this range. Maybe we're not going to manage to get all the way up here to the 19.8, 19.9k level where we do have that support turning into resistance. Might be a little bit of boring action. We might just test the lows, create a swing failure. We need to be ready to take those opportunities when we see those exhaustion points, guys. Check out the Bitcoinsensus website because we do post the latest news, technical analysis, ideas, all right? So you can actually analyze the situation. Also, totally free information down below. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.